Hello, I'm Paola Ranova, and today we're going to talk about 5 myths about meditation. But before we dive into this knowledge, make sure you sign up for our channel, that you subscribe, that you hit the notification button, that little bell that tells you whenever we have new content for you, because we do this every week. Make sure you like this video and that you comment your experience below the video so we can start talking more deeply about all of this understanding, right? What we think about meditation and what you think about what I'm going to bring to you. And also share this with your friends and the people you know will benefit from this knowledge so that we can start growing our community. It's already growing, so we can dive deeper and learn more and get more people involved in this conversation. So when we talk about meditation, I have a lot of questions that are asked and a lot of myths that come up when people talk about meditation with me. So I decided to talk about 5 myths here to kind of really try to dissolve these myths, right? So the first one is that meditation is a religious practice. It's not. It is compatible with all religions to start with, but meditation is not religious per se. It is a spiritual practice. And the way I understand spiritual practice and spirituality is in the Cardinal method of life connection, which is the system I developed. Spirituality is accepting the metaphysical. It's going beyond matter and rationality. So our rational minds, our intellectual minds were hijacked by materialism. So if you accept the fact that there exists another reality, which is not another reality, it's the same reality, but that reality is beyond the material world, the physical world, that's a spiritual life. So it's way more simple than we think, right? So meditation is not religious. It's a spiritual practice that just requires you to transcend materialism and rationalism, go beyond that, and embrace the metaphysical, the spiritual, and the emotional, the consciousness level of existence. And it's compatible with any religion. So that's the first myth that I wanted to bring up. The second is that you can only meditate with ancient traditions, only if you follow these very old ancient traditions. I love ancient traditions. I respect them deeply. And I do include a lot of ancient wisdom in the Cardinal method of life connection. But we need to discern the timeless wisdom that resides in ancient traditions, in ancient spiritual traditions. And a lot of the contents there that are historical and that are cultural and that may be limiting beliefs too, sometimes superstition. So in the 21st century, we can distill and purify what serves the truth in our reality, which is timeless wisdom, and superstitious thinking and restrictions that don't really make sense. So in the 21st century, there are many options of meditation. You have a choice to follow rigid ancient wisdom, and you have a choice to follow simpler systems that are powerful too. It's not because something is not complicated that it isn't powerful. Actually, the most simple things are usually the more powerful ones. So that's the second myth that I wanted to bring to you. The third one is that meditation is boring. So that's more on a mundane level, right? So let me tell you something. This comes from people who don't meditate. So they assume that meditation is boring. I really challenge anyone who says that meditation is boring to try meditating and then see if you have the same opinion. Of course, you need to find the right system for you. But everybody who has a meditation practice will tell you that meditation is not boring, that meditation is actually pleasurable. And indeed, that's what I believe to be the truth. Meditating is a pleasurable experience. It's not a boring experience at all. I actually have a video here on YouTube that teaches you 7 steps to meditate. You can search it here. And it makes your life easier because it gives you very structured steps And I'm telling you, the more you meditate, the more pleasure you feel, and the more you will want to meditate. It's not boring at all as long as you have the experience. So people who say that meditation is boring are usually assuming something that they have not yet tried. The fourth myth is that meditation is difficult. That's not true at all either. Again, it seems to be an assumption that people make because they don't meditate. So a lot of people tell me, oh, I don't have the time, I'm too busy, I don't have the need, or I don't have the desire to meditate. That's because these people don't understand what meditation is. Meditation is not difficult. If you have the right guidance, if you have the right system to support you, if you know the steps to meditation, it's easy. And it makes your life easier too. Okay? So this actually leads me to myth number 5, which is, I believe, the most important one that I need to mention here. We'll dive deeper into this one, in which people say that meditation doesn't impact your everyday life. So these people assume that meditating is only for spiritual people who live in a bubble, that do not live in the real world. And those are assumptions that come from a mind of duality, that come from a mind of separation, right? Because first of all, your everyday life is your spiritual life. Spirit is merged with matter. And your outside world experiences, your external world experiences, are mirror images of what goes on within you. So there's nothing more practical than meditation. There's nothing that impacts your life more, that impacts your everyday life more than meditating. Because when you quiet your mind, you have not only a pleasurable process that can also be easy, as I mentioned in the prior myths, but it also brings results, practical results to your life. You get more clarity of mind. So if you're confused, and if you don't really know how to make decisions, and if you're torn between decisions, between options, it gives you clarity. So that impacts your everyday life. If you're always anxious, if you're always in stress mode, meditating will quiet your heart and quiet your emotions and bring emotional stability. So it brings more ease, emotional ease to your life. So that's a practical result. Also, if you're feeling lethargic, in apathy, not motivated, meditation will bring you a new boost of life. It will bring you vitality, joy. The joy of life starts to wake up again the more you meditate. So there's nothing more powerful to impact your everyday life that's in your control. It's up to you. It's your option than meditating. It is practical. It is not out there. It is not something that requires you to leave this world and go live, at a mountaintop. On the contrary, it's a very practical practice, and it's very, very easy, and it's also very pleasurable as long as you have the right guidance. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. Make sure you comment your experience. If any of these myths were part of your belief system, 1 or 2 or maybe all 5, right? I would love to know. I'm really looking forward to seeing your comments. And share this video with people that you know will benefit from this knowledge. And also make sure that you subscribe to our channel and that you hit the notification button, because we're always here bringing new content for you and diving deeper into the soul, also with consciousness expansion, knowledge, and also encouraging the joy of life in your path. So meditation will really prove to you that all the answers are within your heart. And once you commit to this practice, your life quality will really increase, because how you live your days is how you live your life, right? So says there's a lot of there are a lot of memes out there and a lot of people mentioning this, and it's true. How you live your day is how you live your life. So if you make room for meditation in your day, your life quality will improve. So thank you so much for being here. I'm very happy to have you. Make sure that you include meditation in your life, or that you start contemplating the possibility of meditating, and I will see you soon.